안녕하세요 여러분. Today I will be discussing some different ways of using verbs like to do is hada, hamnida and heo. So when do you use heo, when do you use hamnida and when do you use hada? Since we know Korean is similar to Hindi, we can understand it by that logic like the word hada is to do. हिंदी में करना, हिंदी में एक वर्ड होता है करना और जब हम उसको सेंटेंस में यूज़ करते हैं तो हम कहते हैं मैं ये करती हूँ या मैं ये करता हूँ, मैं ये करना हूँ नहीं बोलते हैं. तो जो वो बेसिक वर्ड है वो है हादा. द बेसिक वर्ड इज हादा, टू डू. एंड व्हेन आई एम सेइंग इट इज अ सेंटेंस देन आई विल से आई एम डूइंग दिस, which will get changed, which will get conjugated in the present tense. That is, I do this. I will not say I to do this. I will say I do this. So hada is to do, and when I'm doing something, I do this, then I will say heo. That is in informal sense. So heo will be used in informal sense, and in formal sense, when I'm talking to my elders, then I will use hamnida. Nida form is used for formal, and io, ao, oyo form is used for informal. So today we will be discussing informal tenses, how we use informal in present tense. So this heo is present tense. So now I will tell you how we conjugate verbs into present tense. You can see this is the vowel a, and this one is o, o. So a and o, whenever a word ends with a and o, when you remove da, that is, for example, the word khada. Khada means to go. Whenever you remove da from this word, what vowel are we left with? G and a. So we are left with a. Whenever any word ends with a after removing da, then we conjugate it as ayo. Ayo. Similarly, when any word ends with o, then we conjugate it as ayo as well. For example, the word boda. Boda means to see or to watch. Now you remove da from it. What will it become? Bo, a, yo. And you pronounce it as buayo. Buayo. As you know, o and a become wa. So, buayo. Okay. Similarly, khada will become, you remove da and add ayo, khayo. It already has a, so we don't need to put ayo. We will just put yo because it will as it is mean khayo only. It means to go. Khayo. If I want to put it in a sentence, I cannot say chonan shiktange khada. I will say chonan shiktange khayo. Khada मतलब होता है जाना. मैं रेस्टोरेंट जाना हूँ नहीं, मैं रेस्टोरेंट जाता हूँ या रेस्टोरेंट जाती हूँ. मतलब chonan shiktange khayo, not khada. Khada मतलब to go. Khayo मतलब go or going. So if I want to put it in a sentence, I will say chonan shiktange khayo. Okay. Then we conjugate o, u and e and This is the vowel o. This is u, this is e, and this is When you conjugate them, whenever any word ends with these vowels, when you remove da, then it becomes oyo. Oyo. Like the word chuda. You remove da and we are left with chu, and the vowel is u here. So we will conjugate it as chu and we put oyo. So chuoyo. Chuoyo. It means to give. Chuda means to give. Chuoyo means give. I give. This is to give. देना. मैं देता हूँ, मैं देती हूँ. ये sentence में आता है. Okay. Then there's a word called mokta. I hope you all are acquainted with it. Mokta means to eat. When you remove da, you will not look at the consonant. You will look at the vowel. The vowel is o, right? Because whenever any word ends with o, what do we add? Oyo. So, mok, you remove da and replace it with oyo. Mogoyo means I eat. Okay, you eat, she eat, anything. Chonan kimchi를 먹어요. I eat kimchi. Not chonan kimchi를 먹다. 먹다 मतलब होता है to eat. इसका मतलब होता है खाना. और इसका मतलब होता है खाता हूँ या खा रहा हूँ या खा रही हूँ. So there is no like feminine and masculine in Korean when you are conjugating. So you don't have to worry about that. तो ये बन गया 먹어요. If I want to say I eat something, then I'll say 저는, मतलब I. kimchi, that is, you all know kimchi. kimchi를 먹어요. Not kimchi를 먹다. इसका मतलब होता है खाना, और इसका मतलब होता है खाता हूँ या खा रहा हूँ. This is all present tense conjugation, and this is the basic word. These are the basic words. जो दा वाले होते हैं वो basic words होते हैं. Okay. Then let's come to e. E. E किस में आता है? एक वर्ड होता है इक्ता. लिखते हैं इल्गदा, बोलते हैं इक्ता. इसका मतलब होता है to read. It means to read. Now, when we remove da, what vowel are we left with? E, right? So, ilg as it is लिख दो और उसमें oyo डाल दो, because e वाले oyo हो जाते हैं. So, it becomes, when you are, now you pronounce it as ilgoyo. Okay, this was ikta because it was followed by a consonant. Whenever any bachim, that is in the lower position syllable, is followed by a consonant, then you pronounce it as ikta. But when it's followed by a vowel, तो हम as it is pronounce करते हैं. ilgoyo. This is ikta. This is ilgoyo. This is read or reading. So if I want to say I read a book, I'll not say 저는 책을 읽다. I will say 저는 책을 읽어요, because this is पढ़ना. This is पढ़ना, इक्ता. पढ़ रहा हूँ या पढ़ता हूँ, ilgoyo. So 저는 책을, check is book, 읽어요. Okay, then we have a. से एक वर्ड होता है 크다. 크다, to be big. Now we are having 크다, right? So we remove da, but this is an exception. वाले words exception होते हैं, because when they end with you will remove also while conjugating. So it will, when it ends with then we turn it to oyo. So hoyo, not khoyo. भी ignore होगा उस केस में. Like da, we will ignore also. तो और da दोनों को ignore कर देंगे जब भी होगा किसी sentence, किसी word में. Whenever a word has you will ignore and da both. So it becomes khoyo, which means ये होता है बड़ा होना और ये होता है बड़ा है. So suppose I want to say e 가방. 가방 is bag. khoyo. khoyo means big. So this bag is big. Not this bag is to be big, right? We'll say this bag is big. So this is big. Okay? ये bag बड़ा है. बड़ा होना और ये होता है बड़ा. So this bag is big. khoyo. Okay? Then we go on to our last word, that is hada. अब हादा जब भी होगा इसमें कंफ्यूज नहीं होना कि दा हटा के आ रहा है तो हम हायो कर दें. नो, दिस इज अनदर वर्ड. हादा एक पूरा अलग ही वर्ड होता है. हादा का मतलब होता है टू डू. ये हमेशा डूइंग वर्ड्स में आता है. दैट इज, ये हमेशा हादा हमेशा हेयो बनेगा. whenever there is hada, it will always become heyo, whether it's alone or it has something before it. गोम्बू हादा. गोम्बू हादा का मतलब होता है टू स्टडी. बेसिक वर्ड है टू स्टडी. इसकी कॉन्जुगेशन कैसे होगी? अब हमें और कुछ नहीं देखना. वी जस्ट हैव टू सी हादा. वी विल इग्नोर एवरीथिंग एल्स. सो वी राइट एवरीथिंग एल्स एज इट इज and we just conjugate hada, that is heyo. This is the simplest. You just have to conjugate it as it is. Gombu heyo. This is to study and this is study or studying. Okay. So if I want to say 저는 한국어를, 한국어 is Korean language. 공부 해요. मतलब I study Korean. If I say 저는 한국어를 공부하다, it will become I study Korean, which makes no sense. Okay, so 공부해요 will be used when we are using sentences. All these verbs that are conjugated forms, that is io, oyo, and 해요 form. All these forms will be used in sentences. No other words will be used. We cannot use da form. We will always use io, oyo, 해요 form. And these are all the words. These are all the vowels. Okay, and this is informal. Make sure that you remember this is informal. Then we have imnida, sumnida form that we will be doing in the next session.
Hope you all understood the logic behind present tenses, how we conjugate verbs into the present tense with the base verb. So the base verb is different and the conjugated version is different. So stay tuned for the next video. In the next video, we will be discussing about formal tenses, how we conjugate formal tenses. So stay tuned. 감사합니다.